That'd be the wrong intro. Let me try that again.
Nielsen Ratings is a show just for you. We talk film, TV, both old and new. We discover new things, our taste get broader. So here's the show's host in no particular order. Rachel's arrived, she's making a stand. It seems like world domination is her ultimate plan. And he's a little rough, he's a little caustic. Call him what you will as long as it's not toxic. Stupendous gonna judge you on your sense of cool by asking you what your favorite Mexican food. Northern Bastard and Spider Elm say hello. It seems like everybody wants to be on this YouTube show. Run by Lance who drinks cappuccino. Everybody thinks he looks like Quentin Tarantino. So come on in and join the Nielsen Ratings. It's a show that you've all been anticipating.
There we go. Thank you for being here on this Tuesday evening, just past 10 o'clock. It is the Nielsen Ratings, the weekly show where we talk about all things film and television. Occasionally we do other things too, like theatre and music and stuff. Mainly film and TV on the Nielsen Ratings. And so we're going to be talking about some of the latest releases today. Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, I've got a bit of a severe competition tonight. I've got no less than 2 friends streaming at the same time as me, so that's kind of annoying, but can't be helped sometimes. Aaron Charman is in the chat. Yeah, I was on Happy Hour yesterday on Drinker's channel. We did a great stream about 3 of the 7 Samurai movies, including the 7 Samurai itself, Back Beyond the Stars and the Magnificent Seven. And of course, I would be remiss in my duties to the Outcast Creative if I did not promote the fact that, of course, we have the Making of the Magnificent Seven, the play, which my regular co-host Enzo designed the poster and indeed the program for, after various back and forth communications today with the printers. That is going up almost this time next week. It's next Wednesday in London, 6 shows only. Friday night is already sold out, but you can come on Wednesday or Thursday, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, or Sunday afternoon, where the YouTubers meetup is happening in the Old Rose and Crown. People are turning up for like 1:30, and that's for the 2 o'clock show. And then we'll all be meeting in the pub around 4:30 to 5 after. So do try and come to that. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let's get on with the show. I'm going to bring in my regular co-host first. Stupenzolicious, what's up?
Nothing. Just hanging out. What about you?
Dude, it was quite fortuitous that your body clock has shifted such dramatic numbers that you were actually awake still when the email came through from the printer when I was rehearsing, and you were able to dive in and work all that out for me. I appreciate that massively. Thank you very much. Because I sort of like read the first one and I went, oh my God, I've missed all of this while I've been rehearsing, because of course I can't get on my phone while I'm rehearsing. And then gradually I kind of waded through a deluge of emails, and then I saw one that said from Enzo, that's fine, this is all I need. Great. And that was it. In his no-nonsense fashion, he sorted everything out. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't turn too many of your hairs grey today.
No, it's fine. Deal with it all the time.
Excellent. All right. Fantastic. Good to see a Razorhead and also Critical reviews. Talking to Critical, here's someone else called Critical.
I'm everywhere.
Could they be related?
Good evening.
How you doing? Are you creeping up to? Was it you? Is it you that's creeping up to 1,000 subs? Was that you?
Oh, I wish. No, we're around about the 250 mark on this channel. My wargaming channel went across 1,000.
Gaming channel, yeah, your wargaming
channel.
The
gaming channel, the gaming channel. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That must have been that. That was recent though, right?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Congratulations. Fantastic stuff.
Thank you very much.
We are going to be expecting a couple more of our regular panelists, but there are 2 en route currently in transport. A third, I'm not sure if they're coming on, but we will see. But anyway, we're gonna carry on and get into A few different topics tonight, a few different shows. First of all, I would like to talk about the new Predator Badlands trailer, which I've literally just seen. I only just watched it once, but it would be good to talk about it. Critic Al has seen it. Stupenzo, have you seen it?
Seen what?
Predator Badlands trailer, 2-minute trailer.
Oh yes, it did. Everyone's super upset about it. I'm like, it looks fine. I don't know.
I thought it kind of looked. I thought it looked all right. I quite liked it. Actually.
I don't like the Predator's ears. I don't like.
No,
the
I don't like the
Predator's
CGI
talking.
Predator face. I don't like the CGI.
I don't
Predator
see. I think their CGI is good. I just think if we look like a traditional Predator, we'd be saying this looks badass because he looks so weird. Also, I don't like how fleshy he is. I was saying like the Predator's face, it should be like a crab. Crabs don't have emotions. They have hard, rigid faces. And you don't know what they're thinking because they don't have emotions. They're like a crab. You don't know if they're mad at you or they're happy with you. They just have a crab face. And I think they're trying to make the Predator, too emoting, which is, I said this the other day. The problem with the Predator is you have to make him the hero eventually, because if he's the bad guy in 6 or 7 movies and he keeps getting killed because he's the bad guy, then the Predator just gets less and less impressive or scary. He just becomes kind of lame. So you have to do this pivot where the Predator is the good guy. You have to, so that way the Predator can still be badass in all the sequels. But I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I like the idea.
I'm quite happy for the Predator to be the bad guy and still win.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. If you want the Predator to be bad guy, then there needs to be just 2 movies. You can't have him be the Predator.
I'm talking about the Predator kills loads of bad people and wins at the end. But he doesn't have to be. What Disney are doing is they're trying to make you sympathise and empathise with this character. They're Disneyfying it. There's even a cute little creature in this trailer that you see. There's actually got a name. It's called Bud. He's going to be marketable, and he's going to be the best friend of the Predator. And that little, synth on his back. It's going to be absolute shit. Like Webb Spoon says, have the Predator be the bad guy, win. I'm fine with that.
I mean, I don't like prejudging stuff before I've seen it. I mean, listen, I didn't even do that with the Acolyte, and I'm not going to let the Acolyte change me. God damn it! I'm still not going to prejudge shit before we.
I don't trust Disney at this point. Lance, that's the problem.
Great to see Rachel and the Inside Man both made it. Thank you for coming on. Let me just. I heard a rumor that this is my channel, so let me just give you my thoughts on it, because I've literally watched it about 10 minutes ago. Critic Al was kind enough to send me the link, and I've only just come in from rehearsals for 7 Magnificent Egos. I've been on my feet directing all day. When I wasn't on my feet directing, I was acting, so I'm knackered, absolute cream cracker. Didn't even have a lunch break, really. So I mean, okay, this poster I don't like. I'm not sure why we've got some kind of Transformer robot thing on this poster, which looks, I mean, just such a weird poster. But that aside, just watching the trailer, I quite like the idea of a Predator movie all told from the Predator's point of view. And if there's very few English-speaking characters in it, or even none,
there's going to be a bunch. There's going to be a bunch of humans show up.
Yeah, no, I've seen it in the trailer. I know that there are some, so that's not what we're going to get. But I would be perfectly fine to see a Predator movie, Predator POV the whole time. I do like Ellie Fanning, so I'm pleased to see she's in this.
She plays 2 roles in this, apparently 2 droids.
So
you'll see them both in the trailer.
The second thing I like is about the way the story is presented in the trailer. Is I like this idea of Predator teenagers or Predator, people that are aspiring to join the hunting clan, or however the Predator society is divided. I have no idea. But let's just say they are. And they're dropped onto this planet that's known to be deadly, that's known to house all these kind of different types of deadly creatures and plants and stuff. and if they survive X number of days or weeks, then they're eligible maybe to join the hunting clan or something. If that's the plot, I like that plot. I think that plot's got a lot of mileage. The predator does look a bit weird. I'm not sold on the look of the predator, even though it might be a teenage predator, and so its face isn't fully developed or whatever. But I like some of the plot threads as they're presented. Won't know until I've seen the film. I'm fine with some humans turning up if that sort of adds another dimension to it. Maybe they've lost something that's crashed on the planet, or maybe they found out about the planet. They're coming to get something. Who knows? The addition of the android from maybe a crash ship or something, that's kind of cool. That kind of sort of fits in with the universe. So there are some good ideas here. However, I said exactly the same thing when I saw the Aliens Earth trailer, and then they bended me over backwards with no lube and not so much as a thank you. And I'm still paining from the experience. Now, I have to say I have more confidence in this than I do in that, because there's a lot of things in this I really like the look of. There are some things that annoy me. Yeah, I don't need a cute marketable creature. We certainly don't need a predator baby Grogu equivalent. And if that's what we're going to get, that would be very annoying. But I'm going to keep my judgment until we've seen a bit more. But there are some things that I do like about this trailer. The look of the predator is not one of them. But I like the look of some of the other things. I like the look of some of the deadly creatures. It's really weird as well, because the trailer sort of surges from, oh my God, that's a lovely CGI looking shot, or that's a lovely CGI looking shot, to, late 1990s computer game in a couple of shots. And I'm like, oh, that's a real contrast in quality there, from the pterodactyl to the octopus thing that's spinning through the trees. Did we have 3 different companies involved in post? I mean, what's going on? So we'll see. We'll see.
This is the final trailer as well.
Yeah. When's this out?
November 10th, I think, something like that. Okay,
well, we'll see. So, Rachel, seen the trailer?
Oh, yeah. I've seen the trailer.
Okay. Sand time was on. Give me your thoughts. Eraserhead says Progu. This is going to be the name of the
Progu.
Love that. Progu.
No ideas.
Give me your thoughts. Give me your reaction to the trailer, Rachel. What do you make of it?
For a long time, I've thought that the way to go was to put the Predator front and center, to make him the center of the film and just show it from his perspective, show a hunt from his perspective. But the problem is, this does feel too Disney-fied. It does. I can't come up with a reason that a Yautja would ever pick up a synthetic and be like, I need this. I'm going to pack this around with me for the rest of the movie. I can't come up with a good reason for that. And I don't know. There's things that look good about it. I do not like the CGI for the face. I've been pretty critical about that ever since I saw it for the first time. Never go full CGI on these things. Maybe reskin the CGI with practical. That would work. But yeah, it's not what I want. It's not working for me yet. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, it's a PG-13.
Oh, fabulous.
Well, I know why. I know why, though. It's because it's a bunch of aliens and robots getting killed. If they have green blood, it's okay. You can show aliens getting disemboweled all graphically, and it'll still be a PG rating, PG-13 rating.
Okay, well that.
So let me say a couple of things. One, I never wanted the Predator to be humanified. Okay, so the bit where he falls out of his thing and then he pounds the ground in frustration, I don't want that. I don't want the Predator feeling human. I want it to feel alien, unknowable, unstoppable. That's what I want from Yautja. In addition, you've also got the bit where they're speaking at the end, and it just sounds like Russian. It should all be clicks and grurs and growls. It should all be like that. And also, you'll notice from the trailer, there's the big scene where you've got the alien creature battling the Weyland-Yutani mech. Remember Aliens? It's going to be awful, guys. I'm sorry. I want it to be good, but I got bitten by Romulus so
Hear you
bad,
eating.
and I do
Who's
think
eating?
this is just
I
going to
mean,
be
stop
absolutely
it.
awful.
Who
Yeah.
shits?
I'm sure it's
hope I'm wrong.
inside man. He's always eating.
It's not me.
Yeah. Bullcrap, it's always you.
Apologies.
Sorry,
Apologies.
You're always eating.
I'm sorry.
Well, I put the warning up on. We'd already detected it. The warning system's already come up that the inside man is eating. Danger, danger.
Oh,
Sorry.
Getting a massive packet of crisps.
It is. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Well, Big Al, I'm sure if there's a big spider in it, you'd be more happy with it. I mean, Enzo, did you like anything about the trailer?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it looks better than Prey. It looks. I mean, the thing about the CG Predator, you know, we talk about how we want practical effects, but I mean, they did practical Predator in the Predators, and it looked like shit. So I mean, you know, what was it? You know, Adrian Brody, like the Predator, his mouth doesn't even move. It's like fixed, open mouth the whole time.
There's a reason for that.
I think. I don't know.
Is
I
that
think,
what is that? The Predator get, you know, lockjaw from blowjobs, or what's going on there?
No, it's because we've lost the skill set.
Oh,
You know,
okay. I
they
thought
don't-
there was
There
a
are no-
plot
yeah.
reason you were gonna explain
No,
in that
no.
film.
No,
That
he
it's
was
not
injured.
blood.
Okay.
He was injured and his
Stan
mouth
Winston
is
died.
stuck open. Yeah, Stan
Exactly.
Winston. What's funny is I talked about this. I guess I'll talk about this later, but yeah, Rick Baker's I guess the only one that's still alive, but he's not. He's retired, you know. And Rob Bottin is also retired.
Yeah.
He does like consulting every once in a while. He comes out of retirement to consult
I'd
for.
love to get Rob Bottin on a podcast, man.
Yeah,
love
he
to
does
get
like
him on.
real estate now. But yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of Predator Planet, Predator main character. Like I said, the Predator, you know, anti-hero. Predator, a good Predator fighting bad Predators, but they are going to shoehorn a bunch of evil humans in, and they'll all get mercilessly killed. I'm most excited about the Predator teaming up with a Weyland-Yutani droid. I think that's the one thing that I'm like, this is neat. Predators and droids. I think that's fun. It reminds me of that stupid movie we've watched called Knights, which was supposed to be Cyborg 2, and it's the one where the hot cyborg chick is running around and she's got Chris Christopherson. She's got Chris Christopherson's upper torso attached to her back like a backpack. You know, it's just like that.
Is that an
And-
Albert Poon? Is that an Albert Poon
Yes,
film?
it is. It is an Albert Kuhn movie. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen's the cyborg bad guy. They're like cyborg. They're like robot vampires, cyber vampires. It's
Yeah.
weird, but you know, like I said, it's difficult to tell. I mean, you know, even if the trailer looks good, that doesn't mean anything. So I don't really.
No, I mean
No.
it's you know I mean we'll see.
I don't know if you guys have seen the earlier trailer, but the Elle Fanning droid was doing a bit of wisecracking in that, and I think we're going to be in for like a bit of a buddy comedy
Yeah.
I'd
thing.
quite happily not see anything else now until I watch it. I don't want to know any more really. But
Well, there's a new trailer for Begonia too, which I want to see really bad.
Oh,
what's
the Emma Stone
Begonia?
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a remake of Save the Green Planet from Asia, where some crazy people kidnap the CEO because they think she's an alien, and her you know, she has like plans to destroy the Earth or something.
It's a Yog Lafanionios, the Greek dude, I think.
Yep. That looks fun. I'm excited for that one.
Begonia.
I didn't see
Oh,
the
okay.
one with her in it.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, when's that due to come out?
This the end of the month, around my birthday, Halloween area. Emma Stone's been doing some good stuff lately. I loved The Curse. I loved what else was she in? She's been in some interesting stuff. Like you know, she's been picking some decent roles. in some head scratcher movies that I'm into it. I'm into what she's putting down lately.
She's stretching herself, that's for sure. It's good.
Begonia's got no longer fat Matt Damon in it. Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gone all like super fit now, and has worked out tons.
It's just funny to think that there's a time where like I'm more excited about this than a new Predator movie. It's like
You're more excited about this guy.
Really?
There's an alien TV show coming out and a Predator movie. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm more excited about this thing.
There's a new show coming out with a fat boarding cop in it about saving the planet.
Is that Stavros? That's Stavros. Stavros is in this. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
What else has he been in?
Come Town. He's in he's in the podcast that my show is very inspired from humor wise.
Okay. So have you? When is Begonia? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of stills here. Is it not out in some territories already?
No, I mean I'm sure it's screened, but yeah, it comes out at select theaters the 24th, and then right release Halloween. But like I said, it is a remake of Save the Green Planet. I don't know how far it's gonna. I don't know how faithful it's gonna be to the source material, but if it's anything like that, it's gonna be pretty good.
Planet, which country made the original?
One of the Asian ones. I want to say China. I want to say Japan. Let's see. Save the Green Planet.
I love that. Maybe one of the Asian ones. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, keep going.
They all
Look
look alike. It's
Korea.
So 2003. It looks like it's Chinese or Korean. No, it sounds Korean. Yeah, Jang Jun Hwan. That sounds Korean, right?
Okay, Elizabeth Olsen's in it as well.
We'll just guess at it. Sounds vaguely Asian.
Byung-woo believes that the world is on the verge of an alien invasion.
Well, I mean, hey, the ship's arriving in November, so let's see what happens.
I get so in the original, the executive they kidnap is a male. I like the idea that they've gender swapped it, and now it's like some female CEO. It makes it way more crazy.
Mixed bag in the reviews here, but let's wait and see. It's obviously released somewhere because there's a few reviews there. All right, well we'll see. So Begonia coming soon. Starring Emma Stone with it's quite an artsy fartsy poster.
Yeah,
all right,
I had
let's
this on
move
my
on.
list. Like
Let's move
Spencer
on.
says, I like what Emma Stone's doing at the moment.
Everybody's talking about this show. It's currently number 1 on Netflix. I would not, if someone had sat down with me and said, "Okay, we're going to make a drama series about Ed Gein," Lance, who's on your shortlist to play the lead, I would not have gone, "Oh well, let's put Charlie Hunnam on there." That would not have been a name that would have immediately sprung to mind to play this rather famous cannibal psychopath. But I mean, boy, does he throw himself into this season of Monster. It's part of the Netflix Monster series. Each one kind of covers a different serial killer. We've already had the first season, or was that the second? I forget now. The one that covered Jeffrey Dahmer.
This was the third.
Yeah, because wasn't the first season was the two? Well, there was one season that covered the two brothers.
Dahmer, Menendez brothers.
Yep.
Really
Dahmer
liked
and then
that.
the Mendez brothers.
Right,
Is there
so this
not
is
another
season
one?
3. Yeah, this is season 3 of the same.
Okay.
It's a bit like American Crime. They did O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
They did.
I really
another-
hate how the promotional material for this was like Psycho, Chainsaw Massacre, Silence of the Lambs. It's like, don't. It's a rule of thumb. In your shitty movie, do not reference really good movies in your lesser movie. Do not reference amazing movies in the middle of your okay movie. Even if your movie's pretty good, don't bring up Citizen Kane. Don't bring up Psycho. because it just makes people think, we should be watching that instead. It's a better movie.
Well,
a great example is the Butterfly Effect, where like a bunch of that movie takes place in the theater where they're watching the movie Seven, and the Butterfly Effect is a stupid ass movie, and I'm constantly thinking like, damn, I should just be watching Seven. Seven's good.
well,
I like
who's
the
actually
Butterfly
seen
Effect.
who's seen the whole thing? Because it's all out. Has
No, I
anybody
haven't.
seen the whole
I've seen
thing?
it and reviewed it.
I've seen it.
Okay, so Rachel.
I'm hearing
and
mixed
Al.
things. I'm hearing, a lot of people saying that, obviously it's very inaccurate and the writer's disguised fetish. But I mean, a bunch of my, murder obsessed female friends seem to be liking it. I don't know why.
Well, let's
Probably because Charlie Hunnam dances around naked quite a lot.
Inside Man, have you seen any episodes?
That's it.
I've not, unfortunately. I wasn't really aware of this, to be honest.
That's right. I can hear you're still eating. We'll cut back to you in a minute. So I've seen one episode. I don't really feel qualified to comment beyond the fact that Hunnam's performance was amazing in the episode that I saw. Certainly one of the things that's being talked about. Critical has seen it and reviewed it. Rachel has seen it and is about to review it here for the first time. So, Rach, what did you think?
Well, I haven't liked either of the two that came before it, and I was hoping this one would change that, but it did not.
Oh,
I felt like they went too far. They added more into it. They took way too many creative license moments in this. Tagline for The Great is occasionally true. That's how this feels. They made up more than they included from the man's actual life.
right.
And it's disappointing. There was no need for that. There was no need for most of what they did. And it felt like they just did it out the series for, the runtime. And it's disappointing. It had an interesting, weird, freaky life. There was no need to do this.
Yeah, I did read on the case
Disappointed.
quite extensively, and it does feel like they've over fictionalized a fair bit of it. Tox has joined us.
Hey, sorry. Was working a case. My bad.
No problem. We're just talking about the season 3 of Monster, the Ed Gein story, which is on Netflix. Critical has seen the whole thing. Rachel's
Yeah, great
seen the whole
review
thing.
from Critical. Actually, great review.
Yeah, so Rachel's just giving her thoughts. Sorry, Rachel, do carry on.
No, that's fine. Like you said, Charlie Hunnam does a great job. I don't know why I'm echoing, but I am.
No, not my end.
Charlie
Toxic.
Hunnam. Well, he put a lot into this character that he's playing, and whether it's an accurate portrayal or not, he still did a good job. I can't fault him for that. There are a lot of questionable casting choices, and there's characters that just shouldn't even have been involved, and they're not played well. So what is the point? I went into it not really interested because I know from the past ones what their deal is, and I know they're going to make another one and probably more after that because they're freaking popular with the true crime female audience, but this is not the way to go. If you're going to do true crime, it should actually be true crime. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I hear you. It shouldn't be fictionalized.
Yeah, it shouldn't be about 25% of what actually happened, and 95% is whatever bullcrap you decided needed to be in it. It just, no.
Out of interest, Olivia Williams, who's on the screen now, I actually met her one time. So, interesting role for her. Very against type from the other roles that she's done also. Critical, you've already done a review. Dive in with your thoughts.
So what this show does is it uses the narrative device of the unreliable narrator. trying to blur the lines between fiction and truth, but it does it so badly that it all falls apart. So just to give you one example quickly, later in the series, they defame one of Gein's victims, his last victim actually, Bernice Warden, by making her some kind of weird nympho granny that has a relationship with him, a sexual relationship, and reinforces and gets off on his cross-dressing tendencies, which are highlighted throughout the series. And when he goes to her place, she gives him a box with some lingerie in it for him to wear. He then murders her because they have a falling out, basically. And then later, the crime scene is investigated by her son, who is the deputy of the sheriff, and the sheriff himself. And that box is still there. So what that's doing, because you could say, right, okay, this is all in Gein's head. This is, he was a schizophrenic. They're showing the fantasy in his head. I can understand what they're doing. And that's why so much of it is, even though it's made up, you're like, okay, this kind of works. But by leaving that box there, when the deputy and the sheriff go and investigate the crime scene, what you're doing is you're giving validity to the earlier sequence. So they are defaming a dead person. It's disgusting. It's absolutely outrageous. And it's either incompetent writing or it is pure malice. And as has been said, a barely disguised fetish on the part of Ryan Murphy. And it's a shame because Hunnam is very good in the role, even if he has softened the voice a little bit too much. I've listened to actual tapes of Gein. It's not quite that bad.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah.
This scene here,
not similar.
that's the sheriff. That's the sheriff and the deputy there. Yeah. So in real life, Gein did all of his, butchering and that kind of stuff in a woodshed that was attached to the house. In this, it's a barn across from a field. They've done this purely so that the son can go over to that barn on his own, discover his mother's decapitated, gutted body hanging from the rafters, and then go and punch the shit out of Ed Gein. This never happened. It's complete falsehood. But they've changed things to allow them to have these dramatic moments. Now, I understand this is a dramatization, but that is literally the least of it. There's some stuff that happens here. I'm not even sure I can stay on YouTube that's made up. And I'm starting to wonder if Ryan Murphy is the actual monster. And then you have to take into the fact that it constantly deters from the main narrative to go and look at Alfred Hitchcock making Psycho and Anthony Perkins' closeted gay life in the 50s, and he's cross-dressing as well. And then it sods off and goes and looks at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it's fine if you do all this after the Ed Gein narrative is finished. Sort of like, here's his enduring legacy. But it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's so hard to watch, and it's such a shame because Hunnam's really good. Laurie Metcalf there, who plays his mother, really good.
She's
and
great.
there is the core of the Ed Gein story, his relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
And that's out of the way in one episode. It's just, it's so bad.
I think the problem that I've got with
It really is.
some of these
I was
historical
shocked by how bad it is.
the problem that I've got with some of these historical crime stories is, now I understand that in terms of a narrative, certain events have to be condensed in time. Certain characters maybe have to be, 2 or 3 characters may have to be woven into one character. But where the problem lies with this kind of writing is that, unfortunately, it's more of a fictionalized version of the true story. And once you get into those realms, then what you have is a whole generation of people, or a huge viewership that will believe this, that will have this down as the actual definitive story of Ed Gein.
Right.
And again, I could never fault any of the actors on any of these shows, regardless of how bad the show is. Or how good the show is. I would never fault any of the actors, because these are people that really just, they want to exercise their craft, and I don't think that they're ever to blame in these sorts of shows. I'm commenting on something that I've not actually seen, but from what I can ascertain from everybody so far, it seems like the actors have done a pretty good job. It's just, the writing. And, does it feel like we're saying the same thing day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year about poor writing? I mean, it's the biggest problem. I mean, every single one of this panel has highlighted at some point or other about writing, and that's where the big problem lies, as well as the executives that greenlight these things. But it's a great shame because it's a fantastic story. So maybe not the right word to use, but it's you know what I mean. It's an interesting story. It's a fascinating
from a criminal
story.
psychology perspective, it's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
Al, did you return to the hack at all after our recommendation? Because I know you watched a couple of episodes.
Not yet, but I do want to carry on. Oh, sorry, the hack. No, that and the task I both wanted to watch. Actually, I've been ill for the last week.
No,
I've not gone back to the hack yet.
Laurie Metcalf, well, never underrated in my book. One of my favourite female character actresses of all time. Just brilliant actress. You should watch the hack.
Had a picture of a blonde actress up there, yeah, and she's completely wrong. She's meant to be Gein's age. She's meant to have short hair and horn-rimmed glasses, and they've just younged her up and blonded her up. And again, you could say, "Oh, this is Gein's, fantasy. This is his perception of her." That's fair enough. But then, what you do in some scenes where he's not there, you change her.
She still looks the same.
You make her look different.
Can I just ask, what is this psycho silence?
Person. They've made her this independent, strong woman who goes off on her whole own narrative and actually murders someone and introduces Gein to the stuff that sets him off.
Al.
Sorry, Al. I was just going to ask you, what is the purpose of the Psycho Silence of the Lambs Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing within this? Is it just specifically
influenced those particular
but
horror films?
I mean, that's the thing. See, we know all of this. Why are they putting it in? I mean, I think pretty much everybody who's into their movies and knows about this story, I think, and everyone that knows Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Silence of the Lambs, we all know what the inspiration was. It's hardly a secret.
I mean, he's analysing how Gein has affected the American psyche and all that kind of stuff. But as you say, we know this. And you kind of get the impression that the only reason he's put it in there is so he can show Anthony Perkins getting a blowjob in a cinema. You know what I mean? It's so weird. It really is. This should have just been like a 3 or 4 episode series focusing on Gein, and it could have been good with Hunnam and Metcalf taking the majority of the time and examining his relationship with his mother. But it's just I don't know what Ryan Murphy was trying to deliver here. I really don't.
Shame.
Okay. Ratings out of 10.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'll let Rachel go first.
Oh, let me go first, huh?
Yeah. Ladies first.
Oh. Well, part of me wants to give it more because of his performance, but I can't because of how they trashed the story. If it was closer to reality, I'd give it a 6 or 7. But because of what they did and how mean-spirited they were towards some of the victims in particular, I'd give it a 4. That's generous 4 just for his performance.
Okay, Al. Okay, that's a silent 0 then.
I mean, I would give it. I do agree with Rachel. I would give it a 3 overall. The actors are doing their job, and the stuff that's based on truth and is good is genuinely okay. But unfortunately, it makes up about 30% of the series overall. So I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
All right, we're going to move on. I think this.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Tox. I wasn't sure if you'd seen it, buddy.
Yeah, like I said, the girlfriend watches everything. every new Netflix thing that comes out. So yeah, we watched it, and I mean, I'll give it a 3 as well, just for the incredible acting from Laurie Metcalf. I can't really get behind Charlie Hunnam on this because I don't know what his thing with that falsetto type soft effeminate voice was, but this trying to turn this monster series into like a MCU Netflix connected universe thing is really cringe. And my ex-wife used to watch Ryan Murphy's other project, the Nip Tuck, back in the day, and there was so much Nip Tuck thrown in here, and that he couldn't quite get away with, like the stuff with the dude with the implants swaying and being SA'd in the cell and like all that stuff was. I'm like, dude, this is from Nip Tuck. Look at this, it's Nip Tuck again. And so yeah, it's just he's really gone overboard with this. I mean, I couldn't agree more with Critic Al's. I listened to his review of it on my drive back here, and I 100% agree with him.
Okay, moving on. I think this is your choice.
Yeah, is it okay? Can we dive into this one real quick?
Yeah. That's enough on it.
So this is yeah. So this is Play Dirty, which is another Richard Stark / Donald D. Westlake adaptation crime thriller starring Mark Wahlberg, and I don't know how to Leakith.
Stanfield.
Yes. Okay. So, and a bunch of other actors pop up in it. It's it's a heist movie that's been kind of cranked up to 11. I like all these books. I read most of them. I've seen most of the movie adaptations. A lot of people will know this narrative like from the Mel Gibson movie Payback, whichever version you have to see, where they changed his name to Porter. You may have seen the Lee Marvin version. There's been like 5 or 6 different film adaptations of Richard Stark's novels. This one's a little overblown to kind of make it to, I guess they think that they needed to do that for the sake of being in 2025 or whatever. But the performances are really good, and
directed by Shane Black.
Yes.
That's why it's over the top.
Yeah, kind of makes sense actually. Having a Parker story. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Shane Black has never done because his kind of directing and writing style is very much in the vein of these kind of quirky crime thriller type thing. I would have preferred something a little bit more gritty than this bombastic thing, and it's almost like they plucked Mark Wahlberg's character out of another noirish crime thriller and then put him in this. By the way, the guy Tony Shalhoub playing the head of the outfit, he's so good in this.
I love him.
Yeah, he's
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, I've never seen him play a villain really before that I can think of off the top of my head. So it was kind of cool to see that. So basically, like if you paired this up with the 1999 Payback, not the dark, because there's 2 very distinctive versions of that, by the way. Not the dark director's cut version, but the kind of over the top semi-comedic version that was the theatrical release. If you watch that and then watch this, I think you'd have a really cool double feature on your hands. Because it does, this is like an unintended sequel. So they took a bunch of the Richard Stark novels that go with Parker, and they kind of meshed them all together with this. So
but the Stark novels are actually, to excuse the pun, but quite stark as well, aren't they? They're quite, they actually are. They're quite they're kind of slightly James Ellroy, Elmore Leonardy. They're kind of that sort of style,
right?
The outfit, great one. That was actually a really good adaptation, I thought.
Yes, agreed.
Really good. I do like Point Blank. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm quite fond of Point Blank.
Yeah, I'm not a big Marky Mark fan. I'll always call him Marky Mark. I don't think he's a bad actor by any means. I mean, if you've ever seen Boogie Nights, you know that he's got a lot of range, but I think he just doesn't really ever try very hard. He just kind of does the same role all the time.
I like the way when he breathes, and he's just always
Hey,
not doing this, like,
how's your mother?
Oh,
How's your mother doing?
like the way he
Hey, how do
breathes
your
when he's
mother play
talking, like, well, like he's out of breath for no reason.
oh God.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I think the plants are gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
We gotta hide.
What's Basketball Diaries and Boogie Nights are his best movies, and those are like his earliest roles, So
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of fell
Even
in,
on the last film I watched, Flight Risk, he was like that.
he kind of fell into this
Mm.
this kind of, like I play this kind of character, although he is really funny when he wants to be too, and he's really talented. Like those scenes that, if you ever seen Ted or Ted 2, when he rattles off like white trash girl names, he really did that. Like he memorized that and then did that like off the cuff. But this is a good role for him.
if you hear the commentary for Boogie Nights, he's very funny. He's a funny motherfucker, dude.
He really is.
So he gets a chance to do a lot of dry humor in this. I mean, Shane Black's writing is very good. I like the fact that he didn't just adapt one novel, but just kind of pick and choose between several of the Stark Parker novels, kind of like what they did with Justified, the TV series. They took a bunch of the Raylan adventures from different books and just put it into the show. I like that. But I mean, and listen, it's over the top. I'm not going to say that it's not. There's like crazy gunfights and crazy explosions, and of course it's set at Christmas because of course it is. And and if you don't like that Shane Black quirky dialogue stuff, you're not going to have a good time. But if you do, and you can kind of just shut your brain off a little bit and just enjoy it for I mean, it's a pretty good thing for Amazon. So make of that what you will. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Has anyone else seen it?
No, but I will.
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
realize it
I
was Shane
might
Black.
actually-
Now I'm interested. I've
I'll
been
check this
seeing
out.
it like everywhere, and I'm like, Shane Black. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I started
I
it,
might-
but I didn't get to finish it, so I need to finish it.
Oh, I might actually
There's-
put it on after this.
Lance, there's a the girl that plays the I guess she's antagonist, partner, I don't know femme fatale in this. I've never seen her in anything else. I don't know anything about her, but she's super duper attractive, and I thought she played the shit out of the role. So I mean,
I think
you know,
you're
maybe-
talking about Rosa Salazar.
yes, I don't
Yeah.
know her from anything else,
Well,
but she's good at
Fun
this.
fact: this is his first film since The Predator.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Well, it took a while. Took a while for him to
Took a while to
be,
recover.
Yeah,
forgiven. You
That
would
put him in
know
director's
Rosa
jail for a while.
Salazar. You would know Rosa Salazar from playing Alita in Alita Battle Angel, which I actually saw. At
There you
cinema.
go.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
and
always
she
wanted
was
a
also
sequel
in
to
the
that.
Maze. She was in the Maze Runner series. She did Bird Box, which was another pretty big hit. So she's done a few things. She's done.
I did see
more than a
Alita,
few
but I
things.
mean, to be fair, it's kind of hard to recognize her from that. So, I mean,
Yeah, she was also in the Chips movie.
didn't see it.
Submerged. Now, is that the Steven Spielberg one? Not Steven Seagal one.
I have no
it's
idea.
not. Okay. No, that's a different. That's about a limo being underwater. Okay. There's a not so great Steven Seagal movie called Submerged. A couple of friends of mine were in that, and I heard lots of on-set stories. So there you go. But
You gotta get
she's a
him
good
on an
actress.
interview, Lance.
I really rated her in Alita. I thought she was great in the lead. I have to say.
Yeah, she's really good in this. I mean, it's hard to play. Like it starts off, she's his partner, but then she's not, and she's doing like subversion, and then she is again, but it's like they're kind of keeping each other at arm's length because she's and she's good with she doesn't look like out of place with holding a gun, and she doesn't girl boss it up, and so it's pretty good. I like it.
Okay. Well, what would you give it out of 10?
7, like I said. Yeah, 7.
That's currently on Amazon Prime.
Mhm.
For anyone who wants to go and check that out, I may try and watch that tonight if I can stay awake, because every time I've put TV on now, as opposed to this time last year where I couldn't sleep, or if I did, I was having nightmares. Now I'm out like a light because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Because
Have you thought about having some glow sticks and maybe some thump 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 music in the background? Maybe that would.
No, man, I'll be doing plenty of that as soon as I'm done with directing the play. I'll be straight back on that.
Bet
Don't
you
worry.
will. I'll bet you
Yeah,
will.
you know it. So he's decent in Four Brothers. I'm talking about Marky. Oh, the big hit is the one. The big hit is the one where they're doing like body popping and sort of break dancing whilst firing
Listen,
guns.
that movie, you know what? That is a guilty pleasure. That and
I love it.
Lou Diamond Phillips is
Yeah.
amazing in that movie. Like me and my friends
As
used
he
to
always
quote
is.
the shit out of that movie.
Well, that movie also
does.
makes a big mistake. He makes that mistake I was talking about where he's referencing a much better movie, King Kong Lives, over and over again. And it's like, I should be watching King Kong Lives with Linda Hamilton.
I'm sorry, little
Right.
girl. You can't rent King Kong because this jerk off has had it for 4 months.
It might
what a
be
great movie.
might be interesting to do a special stream about the films of Mark Wahlberg. I'd be quite
Let's
up
do
for that.
it.
Because I mean, he's done.
Can you skip
like,
the Transformer ones?
No,
I
we got to
agree-
include
I
that.
agree
Alright.
that
too.
I agree that as an actor, his range is quite limited. But within that limited range, he can be quite believable, and he's been in a number of movies that I've really quite enjoyed. I mean, I really liked Lone Survivor, and I still like it, even though there's sort of a lot of debate over which bits are real and which bits have been exaggerated and so on. There's some bits that are not in debate at all. I do really like him in Boogie Nights. I also liked him in Deepwater Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
And I also liked him in which was another true story one he did. I also liked him in the Marathon Boston Bombings movie. That was a great film.
Really?
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
he's the policeman.
Yeah,
He's a fictional character. He's like a combination of about 3 different real people. That one is also directed by. I think that one is also directed by Peter Berg. And it's such a good movie. Kevin Bacon's in it as well. And I remember sticking that on, watched that one with my ex-partner, and we just thought, oh, let's just put something on before we go to bed. And I just picked up, I think I'd picked up the Blu-ray of it. We sort of put it on for about 10 minutes, not even knowing what it was about. Didn't even know it was about the Boston Marathon bombings. I just knew Kevin Bacon was in it, and that's enough for me to watch anything. And like, oh, this looks like it's going to be pretty heavy, but it's kind of good. So we'll let's watch the first half hour and we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow. And that was it. We were up till like 3:30 a.m. because it was so good.
One of my
So I
favorite
really did
things to
enjoy
do
that.
is one of my favorite things to do is to, like if I'm at a shop or something like that, the drugstore, whatever, and they'll be playing an old Marky Mark, you know, Good Vibrations will be in the background. I'm like, did you know this is Mark Wahlberg, the actor? And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah, no, he was a rapper and an underwear model. They're like, no, he's not. I'm like, no, yeah, he is. No, seriously, that's Marky Mark and the Funky Munch, right there.
I have not seen him and Kevin Hart in Me Time, but I'm fascinated by this turtle kidnapping sequence, whatever's happening here.
We gotta grab it. Hey,
Why does
Kevin,
the
we gotta
look
grab
like
a turtle.
CGI?
And wait, we gotta get this turtle back to the zoo, and we gotta do it really fast. All right?
Oh my God, no.
Man, I can't believe
feel
you
like I
got me
have to
bringing
say
this
that.
turtle back up in the zoo, man. This is crazy. I really need you to cooperate. We're gonna put it in the back. We're gonna put it in the back of my car. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what that film is, but I feel like I need to do an in detail review.
It's an important film, Lance. It's the one about it has a good message about turtles and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, you should watch it. Oh yeah, me and video game guy. That's the one I did with Spider-Man, kid.
Oh, God, I forgot he was in that.
Uncharted was
Oh,
diabolical.
yeah, Uncharted.
That was terrible.
I couldn't even.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God.
even watch. I couldn't even watch
I'd actually
more than
wiped that
30
from my
minutes.
memory.
It was so awful. The
Poor
Boston
Tom
Marathon
Collins.
bombing film, by the way, was called Patriots Day. For anyone who doesn't know which film I'm
Is that the one
talking
that
about.
Tatiana Maslany was in, or is that a different one?
No, you're thinking of that. There are 3 movies about that event. One of them
Oh,
is
wow.
purely about Patriots Day is about tracking down the terrorists and the hunt for the
Mhm.
terrorists, basically. Then
Yeah.
you've got another one. I think
With
the
Jake-
original script was
Jake
called
Gyllenhaal
Boston
loses
Strong.
his leg. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Boston Strong. That's also gone by some other titles. And I think there's a third movie, or the third one might just purely be a documentary. I forget. But Patriots Day is a damn good film, and I felt it was very accurate. It's an ensemble piece, so like Wahlberg's not like the only lead actor in it. You've got sort of 8 or 9 really good actors in that movie, and I mean I thought so. This is already turning into a Mark Wahlberg special edition, but
All right, I'll
the
shut up
guy's
about it.
done some. Even if
People are going to start thinking he died or something.
he's done some good. It's so funny. He's done some really good movies. Even if you don't like him, he has done some really good films.
Yeah.
And
No, I like him.
Patriots.
I like him.
Patriots Day, Deepwater Horizon, and
The Perfect Storm.
I quite like
man.
Perfect Storm.
That's a
Great
one watch. You can only
score.
watch that once on Perfect Storm.
Yeah,
No,
it's heartbreaking.
I've watched
film,
that
man.
quite a bit.
Really? Why do you do
Rachel,
Yeah.
don't do that to yourself.
Why? Why would you do that?
The performances are so good from the cast that
Oh,
I keep coming back for it. Maybe I do
Ugh.
like to torture myself. I don't know.
apparently.
I love the scene in Patriots Day where he tries to chase after the terrorists. He flags down a guy. They jump in an SUV which is unmarked. It races past the police, and the police are also jittery. They all open fire on it and riddle it with bullets. And he gets out. It's like, what the fuck?
Insane.
And apparently that really happened during that whole. Somebody got, there was so much confusion, and somebody pulled out an unmarked car, and they thought it was the terrorist car, and they turned it into Swiss cheese before the policeman was like, "Fucking stop firing!" There's a police officer in here.
Yikes.
Patriots Day is damn good.
I
I'd
would
give
say-
that film a 9. I'd give that film a 9 out of 10. By the way,
Oh wow. Maybe I'll take
9
a
out
look
of
at
10.
it. The Departed.
I
is
can't believe
in my-
you haven't seen that. I mean, it's a film called Patriots Day, and Toxic's not seen it. What's up with that?
What? I'm not
It's
a
pretty good.
patriot. What are you talking about?
It's a pretty good movie, honestly. Yeah, I thought it was going to be very ham-fisted post 9/11 nonsense, but no,
Right.
it was actually cool. It was pretty
I
good.
mean, I'll
It's a very,
It was all-
it's a very, very grounded film, but the action is
Yeah.
extremely well directed in it. Kevin Bacon it's a proper serious role for him. I hadn't seen him do a
Mhm.
role like this in a while.
Miss
And it's
River.
2016, which is now. I mean, God, this movie's already 11 years old, but it doesn't feel that old. But I've got the Blu-ray of this. Really love it.
I think you mean it's 9 years old.
9.
You're right. Yeah, sorry, a long day. Very tired.
I hear
Very
you.
tired.
I got you. I would say The Departed is definitely my favorite Marky.
Oh God, I just rewatched that actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another great
Yeah,
one.
Departed
He
is
gets
his best.
all the best lines.
That's
in that.
the film where I feel like Wahlberg's,
I keep informants like
elevated by the actors
treat
around him.
informants like mushrooms. You keep them in the dark and feed them shit. Feed them
Yeah.
shit and keep them in the dark.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm the guy that does his job. You must be the other guy. You want to come
Yeah.
down to the basement with me? I'll give you all the codes you want.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Rachel, have you got a recommendation for
I
this
can't
week?
compete with these impressions.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Enzo.
Yeah,
Then
Yeah.
Enzo, you
What?
got a recommendation this week?
Yeah, a couple. I watched real quick. I did watch VHS Halloween, which wasn't bad. It was better than some of the other installments. But
good.
what I did want to talk about it. I mean, I'd recommend it. It's a hit and miss like all the anthologies, but the misses aren't that bad. But what's really cool about it is there's a haunted house story. I kind of wanted to bring this up earlier. It takes place in a haunted house, and one of the neighbors is there. And he's like, wow, this place looks really fake. Everything looks cheap and it looks like nonsense. And I'm like, that guy, he looks like that can't be. It can't be who I'm thinking it is. And I look it up, and it's fucking Rick Baker. Like,
Yeah.
the makeup artist. He's got this like cameo role in one of the stories playing the unimpressed neighbor. And I was like, wow.
Is this like a
What?
like a Tales from the Crypt movie? It's like 3 short stories.
You haven't
or
seen the
whatever?
VHS
Kinda.
movies? There's like 5 or
No,
6
I
of
haven't.
these, and yeah, they're like. It's funny that this is the first time one of them takes place on Halloween. It's all Halloween related stories, but yeah, it's like a little horror anthology. They've made a few of them, like 5 or a good handful of them. But yeah, it's pretty good. But I also did watch The Smashing Machine. Oh,
Yeah, we're
I
good.
also watched Good Boy.
Yeah.
I also watched Good Boy.
I also watched Good
Um,
Boy too. Jesus, what were you like following me
So,
around watching the same shit? I'm
Good
watching?
Boy. Look, Good Boy was decent. I liked it as a single movie. It was short. It was sweet. It was cute. It was kind of, it was moving. But the problem I had with it, like the animal acting's amazing, obviously, and it is a little. I feel like
this is the
some
one- this
audience
is the one with
members,
the
the
dog,
dog.
isn't it? It's Life
Yeah.
of the dog.
everyone's gonna
And,
be. Well, it's like a ghost story with the dog. The dog's the main character. It's all from the dog's point of view. It's kind of like Courage, the Cowardly Dog, but like serious. And I liked it. It was a very, short little movie. I understood what they were putting down, and the dog's phenomenal. It is one of those movies that's going to kind of not impress mainstream audiences. I think IFC got a little over their head when the movie got a really good reception. The trailer got really good reception, so they decided to go for wide release. I think it's already out streaming already, but it's a short, kind of slow movie. It's not very particularly scary. There's a few good jumps here and there. But my big problem with it, not this movie per se, but with like horror movies in general, I was talking about this, how like we're getting this trend of like these trauma horror movies where the monster or the ghost or the entity or the creature or whatever is like a metaphor for the main character's trauma. And we started with,
Yeah.
and I don't
I
mind
hate
it, but like the problem is it's like every horror movie's doing this now, and it's annoying because like Hereditary did it first, and they did it amazing, and then Babadook came out, and that was another good one where, the Babadook is a representation for the widow's grief for her dead husband, and then you've got, what was it? It Follows. It's all a metaphor for, living with STDs, living with HIV or something like that.
Smile is about depression and yeah.
Right. And specifically, what was it? The other one, Bring Her Back recently. That's all about, losing a child. The one before that, Talk to Me, having friends die from drug overdoses. It's all a metaphor for some tragedy, and the monster's just like a coping mechanism or something.
Yeah.
You see, this
and this
dog's
movie
got
does
its
that. It does
own
it well.
IMDb. Look at this. This dog's got its own IMDb page, and he's even got a director's credit.
As
What
he
the
should.
Fuck?
Yeah, the dog really is good. And
Yeah, he is
and granted,
How
he's
can
a
the
very
dog
well-behaved
have a
dog.
director's credit.
Listen,
bro,
don't
it's
be
21st
animal
century, man.
shaming. Yeah, it's 2025.
Not
man.
animal
Come on.
shaming.
He's
Dog-
talented.
He was a very little talented little boy. He wasn't as good as the husky from
If they
the
can
thing.
train dogs to say sausages, they can train dogs to say action.
Yeah, he's just a well-behaved little boy. I mean, you saw the videos of him at the red carpet and at the Q&As. He's a fun little dog.
He's a better director
tell
than
you
Ryan
what.
Murphy, anyway.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what
But-
movie this shot reminds me of. Looking at this shot with the lighting and everything and the face on the dog, I'm just waiting for this dog's head to split open and a thing pop out of it.
Yeah.
Nah, this
Wow.
movie's a
What kind of thing?
subversion.
What do
It's
you
not.
mean?
It's not what you. It's not what you think it's going to be, for sure.
Well, I didn't think it
Yeah.
was.
Well, I
gonna be
think
that,
after telling you it's a trauma horror, you could probably deduce, like, you could probably guess, like, what it's about.
Yeah, it's the version of the Bruce Willis film, but from a dog's perspective.
For
right?
like a cheap indie quaint little horror film, like I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. It was fun, it was cute, and it was tugging at the heartstrings a little.
All right, talk to us
you know?
about Dwayne Johnson's efforts in bagging an Oscar.
I was actually not impressed with this movie. I mean, there's things I liked about it.
Come on.
This movie, Smashing Machine, I love Benny Safdie, the Safdie brothers. I think I like better because like Uncut Gems and Good Time especially are like I love Good Time. It's so good. And Benny Safdie did that movie, the show The Curse I just talked about with Emma Stone. That was great. This movie, it's well directed, and The Rock does a great job playing someone kind of outside of his wheelhouse. Instead of him playing like a big, strong, tough guy, he's a big, strong, like I don't know, soft-spoken, kind of nice-mannered guy. So it's a little different. I don't think he's gonna get the Oscar. I think Leo's gonna beat it so far, or at least Leo did better. But the direction's fine. The problem with the movie is it just kind of meanders and it's too hyper focused. It's like it's only focusing on this guy's life for like a few months when in the late 90s, when he's in Japan doing these early UFC MMA fighting, Pride or whatever it was called. And the script just kind of meanders around. It's one of those like indie films where it's like slice of life. It's kind of like The Wrestler, but with a lot less like poignant scenes, and the ending is just kind of peters out, just kind of farts out and just dies. It's very anticlimactic ending, and I don't know, I just wasn't really wowed by it. I mean, if you like the MMA stuff and you like The Rock and you like Benny Safdie, you should check it out. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't, it was just a little slow, a little boring. You definitely feel the 2 hours. You feel the 2 hours really bad. Keep in mind, one battle after another is like 3 hours, and that movie feels like way less of a drag than this one. And I mean, the fighting scenes are cool.
I mean, give this out of 10 then?
I'd give it like a low 6.
Wow.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Emily Blunt was like the standout, but her character is just like, I don't know if I'm supposed to hate her or like her or sympathize with her. The Rock is fun. I liked all the stuff about his opiate addictions and his pain pills and stuff. I mean, that was fun. They don't focus. They don't really do enough with it. I don't know. And then, like I said, the movie just kind of ends, and then it says some interesting stuff in the epilogue, and you're like, oh, that would have been fun to see in the movie, but oh well. I don't know. It was sweet. It was a good like love letter to this wrestler who's still alive. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just too hyped up.
So, okay, all right. Well, has anyone else seen it? If not, we'll move on.
Yeah, I just saw it. So that's why I was late, because I was watching it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were saying, God, that movie was so long in your voice note. So,
yeah, it is over long. Yeah, it's definitely over long. So I'll agree with that. But I don't really agree with anything else that Enzo said, or even the drinker said about it, because I don't think it really.
He gave it a pretty decent review.
Well, he agreed with Enzo in so much as he said it kind of meanders around and has like a abrupt ending. But I mean, if you go in thinking that you're gonna see something like The Wrestler, or even like that Tom Hardy movie that he did where he fights his brother, also based on a true story, like you're not gonna.
That was a good film. I really liked
Warrior. Yeah, Warrior. No, that's great. But I mean, that has a whole subplot with Nick Nolte as the alcoholic dad and stuff. This doesn't really have that, but it doesn't really need it either. I mean, Emily Blunt is definitely the standout, but it is great to see Dwayne Johnson doing something that's not The Rock. I mean, I think he really knocks it out of the fucking park with this. Yeah. And the ancillary characters are really good. They use mostly MMA guys. I know a lot of MMA guys. One of my best friends is an MMA guy, and they do kind of live these kind of lives where they kind of, highs and lows of winning and losing, and they try to be really soft-spoken and gentle giants in real life, but then, it kind of like pushes itself inward, and they kind of self-destruct a little bit. So, I mean, I guess and I was watching MMA back in the 90s when, it was kind of like the Wild West and they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I mean, all of this is great. And, it's as far as Emily Blunt and people saying things like, we're not sure if we're supposed to root for it. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. She's a really toxic female. and but she loves the shit out of him, but they're not good together. Like they're not good together when they're young. I mean, apparently they, spoiler, they do get married at some point and things like that. But I mean, sometimes you have to just kind of learn how to settle down. And like when you're young, it's a lot of craziness and all that. And I think it adds to the story. And plus, she's smoking hot in the movie. Like she
looked good. She looked
This-
good.
Is
For
this
sure.
is this the guy that
Yeah.
he's playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's based on
Yeah.
a true story, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly, The Rock's makeup, he had like a fake eyebrow ridge, fake hair. I think he had a fake nose too, but the
Mhm.
prosthetics on him was great. Emily Blunt, like it's just interesting because like he's in Japan at a tournament, and then Emily Blunt shows up, and they're like, oh no, meaning like, oh, she's gonna get my head out of the game, kind of thing. I don't know, it's a distraction that you're here and she gets all butthurt about it, and it's like, but instead of like I know The Rock's not wrong, but also like she's not wrong to be upset, I don't know.
Well, they're both listen, you can be like this attractive power couple and still be like very much like you just kind of destroy each other a little bit because there's so much ego and there's so much drama and they kind of thrive off of it. And he does too. He's not innocent in this thing at all. Like it's not a story of like her, like he's extremely narcissistic through most of the movie. And it's not till like, and I think that the people miss the point of the climax, which is he kind of learns to just be like, hey, this is life and I'm going to lose some fights and I'm going to win some fights. And I'm not always going to be the superstar and things like that. That's what I gathered from the film. And I thought it was a great message with that. And then they kind of segue into like the real life guy. And you kind of see him kind of acting the same way as the way the Rock portrays him near the end of the film. And I thought that was an interesting way to do it. Cause it's just like, oh, so he is still kind of, laissez-faire, happy-go-lucky and just kind of laughing off. So whereas through most of the film, he's like, everything's got to be so intense and everything's got to be, he's got to win every single match and every training thing. And they have this really great scene where after he's overcome his opiate addiction, he has to actually inject some into another trainer / fighter who's hurt himself really bad. And it's one of those things where you get to see like, he could have never pulled that off in the old days. Cause when you see him going to grab the stuff, you're like, oh shit, he's going to grab this, dope and he's going to get back on the dope, but he doesn't. And he handles it well. And he just kind of throws himself into his training and things like that. And he starts to learn that, hey, I'm not going to win every fight. And the me and the wife don't need to be perfect. Like she's flawed and I'm flawed and we'll figure it out. So, and again, I mean, I think Emily does a better job than he does, but Emily Blunt is a better actor than Dwayne Johnson. So, I mean, that's why you have that. I mean, so obviously she's going to do a better job.
And I forgot that they already worked together on the stupid Jungle Cruise movie.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
They have worked together.
Mhm.
Yep. So yeah, no, I really rate it. I thought I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Actually, I thought it was really good.
All right, controversial, differing views here, but we love all of
Hey,
that.
we're not in an echo chamber, right? We can have.
We're not in an echo chamber. Echo chamber. Echo chamber. Okay. No. So I want to talk about a bit of production news, which we don't do that very often, but we're going to do it today. So it's interesting to note that Harry Potter is currently filming just up the road from me, even closer up the road to Inside Man, I would imagine, at Leavesden Studios. The new Harry Potter series is filming. And I was quite surprised when I heard this because I thought it didn't feel like that long that I was at the cinema watching the last sort of 2 Harry Potter films. And I have to say I wasn't massively enamored with the final 2 movies in the show. And then I think it was probably around Christmas of 2018, me and my ex-partner, instead of doing Lord of the Rings that year, we binged the whole Harry Potter series. And I have to say that overall, although there was loads of things I loved about it, especially some of the performances and lots of the production design, overall I actually thought it was quite poor. Just found the pacing of the scripts and the sort of narrative of it quite clumsy, and also I thought some of the acting was actually very average from some of the younger cast, particularly people that thought they were really great and maybe aren't really. So we've now got this TV series coming with some of the cast actually that are lined up for this. It's a pretty impressive cast, I have to say, including Dumbledore. We've got John Lithgow, who's a fantastic actor at the top of his game. But the thing is, it's like I sort of looked at it and I thought, okay, is this like a sort of prequel series, or maybe this is set later? Maybe this is going to sort of be set in the time period of the play, the stage play, because the stage play, it's Harry Potter as an adult, and it's all about his kids, and it's a great story where they go back in time and then change things in the future, and the Dementors have taken over the school, and it's a very, very good story actually, and a brilliant stage production. But this is basically, from what I can tell, this is basically a remake, and I think they're going to do a book a season, and the first episode, the first season has got 8 episodes. Now, Harry Potter fans may well be going ballistic, and but I don't know. I mean, like, Alan Rickman as Severus Snape is such an iconic actor in such an iconic role. He did the whole show. I absolutely love Papa Isidou, who's a fantastic actor. He's been cast in that role. Now, man, that is a poison chalice right there. I would not want that chalice personally, because you're going to have half the fans are going to hate him because they've race swapped the character. I personally don't care about that, but I do think that's a terrible chalice to pick up for anyone. It's John Lithgow going up against Richard Harris and
Michael Gambon.
Thank you, Michael Gambon. I think Michael Gambon's still alive, isn't he? Isn't Gambon?
No, he passed away this year.
No, he's dead.
Oh, did he? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Ow.
yeah. So John Lithgow, you could say you could put John Lithgow in a ring with Richard Harris and Michael Gambon, and I'm talking the acting heavyweight ring, and I think he'd hold his own in a scene with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to put Papa Isidou in a scene with Alan Rickman and make that same predict. He is a good actor. He's a great actor. I've actually met him, and he's a really nice guy as well. But oh man, I mean. But then, maybe that's a role he's always wanted to play. I don't know. This whole show just feels totally unnecessary to me. It just feels like it just reeks of a cash grab.
I think the point of it was when the books were originally adapted for TV, for the movies. J.K. Rowling had stated that only 15% of what was in the books was actually in the movies. And that was very, very basic plot. So if you can imagine 85% being left out of something, it's very, very difficult to please all of the fans. And I was never a Harry Potter fan. I've got to be honest with you. I was never a Harry Potter fan. And I left the books and left the books and left the books. And then a couple of years ago, I thought, I'm actually going to give the books a go. And they're amazing. They're amazing pieces of literature. They really are. The language that she uses is just fantastic. There are a few book series, I think, that would rival this. Very, very few. There are some, but very few. I think they're incredibly well written. On the face of it, I kind of think, we got the movies. Do we really need to make any further sort of expansions on that? There's always the books to go back to reference, if you want to know the full story, which is great. But I suppose, it's something that could quite easily be done for TV. For certain reasons, I can't object to it, which I can't go into.
Aaron Charman says more like 60 to 70% are in the movies. I can't say because I haven't read the book, so I don't know.
No. Well, I would take it from the author personally.
Yeah. It really depends on which movie you're talking about too, which book is being adapted, because by the time we get to the last one, you really are talking about 15% is getting adapted, and they changed a considerable amount of happened for time because there's no way they could put everything in.
Yeah.
Like the Goblet of Fire, there's a lot left on the cutting
Oh
room
my
floor with that.
goodness me! I mean,
one.
that's such a condensed story.
Yep, it is, and it's really a mystery, but they cut out like 90% of the clues for the end of the mystery, and that's a mistake that I'm hoping they correct with this series. I'm on the fence. I want to be excited because a lot of fans, as soon as we heard it was coming, were really excited.
Yeah.
And then the casting started to happen. And it's like, wait a minute, you told us you were going to give us a more accurate version. You were going to give us book accurate. And then the casting comes out and it's like, but are you? So now I'm a little worried that we're going to get just more of the same, and they're going to cut important lines, and it may not work as well as we want it to, but I'll probably watch it anyway just to see. And I'm really hoping it works out.
It's going to be pretty good. I can tell you that now. It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely take your word for it.
Yeah, please do. I can't tell you why, but yeah.
I, for one, cannot possibly wait to not watch this like I've not watched any of the other films or read any of the books. So I'm really excited to not watch this. So, because
I'm really
after all,
excited to not watch this.
Yeah, Harry Potter is I believe I've heard it said Harry Potter is just Star Wars with shitty lightsabers. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, at the end of the day, people are either Harry Potter fans or they aren't. I quite enjoyed the movies when I first watched them. When I fell asleep in one of them and missed half of it, but I had just got off a plane from England.
I do like J.K. Rowling completely decimating Emma what's-her-face or whatever. That was great. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, hilarious.
I will follow J.K. Rowling on her Twitter all day long because she is a freaking savage.
Yeah,
you would really prefer her detective novels, I think, over Harry
Potter.
They're
good. Yeah, they're very good.
Oh, okay, well, I will look into that. I will definitely.
There's a couple I think that have been adapted. I know there's one that has been adapted that is on HBO Max or HBO or whatever they're calling it right now.
Oh,
it's really good.
I mean, are they real detective novels or is it like detective / magic detective novels?
No, these are grounded in reality.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I will look into that. Strike is on BBC. Okay, I will take a look at Strike, I guess.
Yeah, that's the one.
Strike. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Gary.
Hey.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, I guess we'll wait and see. I mean, it'll probably be when it comes on. It'll be like if I'm not busy, I'll watch it. But I'm not. I don't feel the need to desperately watch it because I haven't read the book, so I'm not aware of what's missing and what isn't. But my life will cope without it. But I'm sure they're putting a lot of money into it. So we also had a poster drop today, I think, for the next Game of Thrones spin-off series. Does anybody know anything about that?
Yeah.
Go for it, right?
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That was it. Thank you. Yeah.
It's based on the short stories.
Okay.
It's based on George R.R. Martin's short stories following the adventures of Duncan Egg. And I love those stories.
Egg.
Yeah. His name's Eggon, but they call him Egg. That's his nickname. Right. Well, he's in disguise. He's a prince in disguise. That's his thing. He's learning how to be a better leader and a better knight by being with Dunk, who's Duncan the Tall.
Has he got a shop? A little bit like Dunkin' Donuts, but it's called Dunkin' Egg.
Yeah. It should. We should. We need a Game of Thrones themed coffee shop that's called
Dunkin' Eggs.
Oh my god, you would. But
sorry.
But no, they're I'm a little bit dubious on HBO and what they're going to do with this.
When's
Because
the next season of House of Dragon coming out?
allegedly next year, but I don't know. Like, this was supposed to come out this year, and they've pushed it to next year. So we're going to have both of them in the same year, probably playing their Sunday night block, I would imagine. But yeah, them pushing it to next year, that hasn't really quieted my fears about it, but I'm hoping that they are true to the stories.
Right.
Because they don't need to be changed. But I have a feeling they're going to add in more sex, more crap that doesn't need to be there because it's HBO. But
George
maybe
R. R.
not.
Martin doing anything he can to not finish that series. Good for you. Just keep doing spin-offs.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm on
This
a
is one of
complete
his
boycott
other
until he
projects.
finishes the books, and he never will.
I think he's handed the books off to other people to finish.
No. He
No.
said he will never do that.
No.
Right.
That's
He
okay.
will never
Well,
let anyone
listen.
finish them.
We need to learn how to be more patient, as he said on Twitter. I mean, it's only been since 2011 that the last book came out. I mean, let's
Right.
come on, guys. Let's hang in
Mhm.
there while he gets all this other stuff, because he's obviously in good health. So it's not like anything's gonna happen and he's not gonna finish the series or anything.
Eraserhead is right. He
It's not like
really
he's
is
gonna
right.
keel over any minute or anything.
These are better than the main storyline has been for quite some time, at least since the third book, I would say.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
the plus side, if he had a diabetic episode and they had to chop his foot off, he wouldn't be able to run around so much. Maybe he'd have to sit at home and actually finish the books. That could be, silver
I
lining.
mean, I think it was Dragon Con. He said that if he didn't finish the book within a year, we could kidnap him. He said
Yeah, but-
that.
With what, a crane? With a fucking crane lift or something? How the hell are we going to do that?
Well, we'll just lock him in his house and he can't go anywhere. And he has to finish the books.
Rachel, have you read all the books that are actually out then?
Yes.
I
So
have.
you are one of the people who's
I've
waiting
bet-
for
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
you've been waiting best part of 14 years to
yeah.
do this. Okay. All
I
right.
started reading them. I started reading them when I was 13, and I'm still waiting for the last book.
Jesus.
That's not even the last book because there's supposed to be another book
Last
after
two
this
books.
book. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm upset
I was actually
Wow.
shamed. I was shamed into Game of Thrones and the wins, all those books by one of my British partners over in Iraq, because he gave it to me. I was like, what is this? I don't like stuff like this. He goes, yeah, it's probably too advanced for you. It's more political intrigue. So yeah, I could get you some coloring books or something like that. Did you want some comic books from the Haji shop or something? I said, all right, Dick, I'll read it then. Fine. And they were actually quite good, but then now I'm waiting like everybody else. So that's fine.
I mean, fans have already written the next two books waiting for him to finish the books. That's how bad
there
this
are there are fan versions of it out there.
Mm-hmm. There are.
Oh, I like that.
I like
sorry,
that too.
man.
I
it
won't
took too long.
lie.
I wrote the ending myself.
Yeah,
It took too long.
We got sick of waiting, George. So
Yeah. I won't
Right,
lie. I've already written my ending.
nice.
Christmas is coming up soon. Let's talk about potential Christmas purchases. So Lego dropped $1,000 Lego Death Star. This is bigger than the Death Star that's on my table. In fact, it's about twice the height of that one. But this is completely flat on one side, which is not how I want my Death Star. I'll be honest. Here we go. This is a rotation. There you go. That's what the other side looks like.
That's
No, I know. That's a
That's
bit
Death Slice.
shit, man. Yeah. So fortunately, though, an angry fan who thought, I'm not paying that amount of money. If I'm going to pay $1,000 for a Lego Death Star, they said that it should look like this one.
Wow.
dang.
Now that's a big Death Star.
Where's the food court?
Me like
Impressive.
it.
Most impressive.
Yeah. There is actually there's kind of like toilets and all
I'd
those.
imagine the Death Star has like 50 food courts on it. You know,
I love the way that it's got a miniature Millennium Falcon, so they can fit the whole thing in. And in the bay, they've actually shrunk the figures. If you look in that bit, you see it at the
Can
beginning.
you
on the
imagine
left.
working the Starbucks queue in the Death Star, and like Vader walks in and you're like, ah, shit, I better make sure I get this one right.
You know, that'd be a
Fucking
that'd be a
force
pretty funny-
choke.
Oddly
me,
enough,
there's
Eddie Izzard
not
did a
enough
video
foam
on that
on
very
it.
same thing.
That'd be a funny like Star Wars like fan short. That'd be a fun one to do. The
I mean,
man
listen,
Starbucks.
if you want to laugh, there's actually 2 really great SNL skits with Adam Driver as Kylo Ren as an undercover boss on the desk
I
on
remember.
like one of the
Yeah.
Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really good at it. He's a funny dude, and they really take the piss out of that thing.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Inside Man, do you have a recommendation this week?
Yeah, I just finished the new season or new series of Alan Partridge, the brand new one that dropped last week.
You know what? I'm
Um,
glad you mentioned that because I meant to mention it, and I've just finished watching it as well. Keen
Yeah.
to hear your thoughts.
I thought it was kind of pretty much a return to form, to be honest with you. I really enjoyed it. I thought it dipped a little bit in the middle, but it
Yeah.
started well. First couple of episodes, middle couple of episodes dipped a little bit, but then it got better. It seems to me that the majority of what's in there, or some of what's in there, at least a fairly big portion of what's in there, comes from the From the Oast House podcast series that he's done.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of that.
some of it, yeah. So he's done the four podcast series called From the Oast House, and obviously he kind of brings his girlfriend over, and he's a lot of his friends over from that that are in the series and situations. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I just thought the middle couple of episodes dipped a little bit. But he's he's been really busy.
I'm always happy to spend company in the with Alan Partridge as a character because he's just so sort of like he's self-effacing conservative who thinks he's really cool and isn't. And Steve Coogan, only Steve Coogan can play this role. It's kind of his.
Yeah.
Everyone will, when they talk about Coogan, will always think of Alan Partridge first. And at one point, he kind of got annoyed and never wanted to play him again. And now he's just fully embraced that. That's one of the things he's going to be known for, and he's sort of just dived into it, which is great. But I don't know. I was conscious of the fact that when I got to the end of all 6 episodes, I'd only laughed out loud twice, and I thought I would laugh out loud a lot more. Yeah, I was tittering, but
was one of them the dodgy CG thing? When he said that he made an investment. That's hilarious.
That was funny. That was funny. My friend Tanya Moody played like the BBC exec that he has the meeting with, the black woman.
Oh, really? That was one of my favourite bits as well.
Yeah, I liked that scene as well. And he's sort of trying to, be kind of humble, but totally isn't. And he's also sort of trying to get them to hire him back, but pretending he isn't.
Yeah.
Just trying to get them to offer him something, and they're just not going to do that.
Yeah. She was brilliant. She was fantastic.
Yeah, she's a good actress. I've seen her in a couple of plays, and she's a pretty solid actress. She also did a little bit in the last series, the one he did where he was presenting that morning show with the woman, and he takes over from the guy when the guy dies of a heart attack or whatever.
This time with Alan Partridge.
This time, that was. I mean, I enjoyed that. That was. I thought that season was better than this. I preferred that to this. I don't know. This was okay, and it was sort of, it was very sort of welcome to Alan's world, and he's talking about mental health. But I just thought it could have been funnier. It was okay. I thought there was a lot more mileage there. I mean, I did. I'll tell you, one scene I did find funny was when he went to the book club.
Oh yeah.
He joins a woman's book club to review a book which he hasn't actually read, and then he gets wankered on wine and falls asleep when
Yeah.
one of the others is talking, and then sort of wakes up and starts rambling. And I mean,
Yeah, and he starts. He doesn't. He when they ask for suggestions of a new book for the following week, he
he
suggests I
does he
Station
recommend
Zebra.
I
Yeah.
Station Zebra from Alistair MacLean, and this is in a sort of very multicultural room with a lot of lesbians in it, like they're going to want to
Yeah,
read an
yeah,
action adventure boy's own
yeah,
book, you know. But yeah, that goes down as well as a lead balloon.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of fun. I don't know. I think I preferred the last one, but
Yeah.
I'd be interested actually. I want to see what the reviews have been like on IMDb. Let's have a quick look. There's only 6.
Oh,
It has
really?
only it's only just dropped though, isn't it? Literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the best Alan, but still the best new comedy on British TV.
Mm.
That's not hard. Substation, tough one. I think I'd have to say the best of Alan. There's a few 10 out of 10s. Anything Philomena Cunt can do, Alan can do better. Yeah. I don't want to watch the series with Kunk. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what would you give it out of 10?
I'd probably give it an 8, to be honest. Yeah, it did make me laugh. It's one that I'm definitely going to have to watch a second time, because I think the first time I watched This Time, that's the first series of This Time. I had to watch it a second time. So excuse all the.
So basically, you had to watch This Time another time.
Yeah. So the first time I watched This Time I didn't have a great time, so I had to watch This Time a second time to have a good time.
And when you watched This Time another time, was it better the second time than the first time that you watched This Time?
Second time of This Time, I had a much better time than the first time I watched This Time.
I'm glad to hear that.
So it wasn't this time. It was a better this time when it wasn't this time.
No, see, when I watched it last time, I had the good time because that was the second time I watched This Time. But the first time I watched This Time, I knew that I had to watch This Time a second time, which was the last time I watched This Time.
Well, maybe you'll go back and watch it a third time. Who can say?
I could watch it a third time.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we have to say that the series has got this accolade.
It's the home of Shakespeare, football, and mushy peas. It's a place of happy valleys and friends in the north. It's gritty, outlandish. It's a cracker. If it has a heartbeat, you'll find it here.
Yeah, I'll give How Are You? It's Alan Partridge, Best of British TV nomination.
Yeah.
There we go. Normally reserved for television dramas, but all good. Okay, well, I'm going to start wrapping it up because I'm back rehearsing tomorrow. We're rehearsing every day this week, and it's an early start and a late finish. And I nearly cancelled tonight, but I thought, no, I can't, because it's the last show before we do the play next week. And just to remind people, there will be no Nielsen ratings next Tuesday, because I won't actually get done with the play or done with rehearsals until very late. In fact, we have our dress and tech on Tuesday.
Shit, Toxic Tuesday in effect.
Yeah, so you can tune in to Toxic Tuesday, or you can tune into probably another Critical Drinker stream, which seems to keep happening on Tuesdays at this time. So you never know, or Trev Retro or whoever else might be going. So we've also got Box Office Brawlers on tonight. So there seems to be a lot of people fighting over the same spot for Tuesday now. But anyway, Seven Magnificent Egos is on. I got to talk about this on Critical Drinkers channel yesterday, where we did a special on a whole load of different movies that have done the Magnificent Seven, including Seven Samurai, the original, of course, and Battle Beyond the Stars. We mentioned a couple of others. We talked about the remake for about 30 seconds. That was the totality of the time that we gave it. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys. So sorry, I'm getting distracted by something, but anyway, yeah. That's the show. And if you can come and you're in London, if you're in America, book that seat on the Rachel Percy jet. So that'd be fantastic. All right. Yeah. So people, tell me what you got coming up. Stupenzo.
The movie tomorrow is Fright Night Part 2, which was not as good as I remembered it. And yeah, we're gonna be doing some live streams. I think I'm gonna be on Tighten Up Tuesday tonight on AJ's channel, and I might stream Wednesday night. I'm definitely streaming Sunday. I might go out of town at the end of the month. I don't know. Got a lot of stuff planned. We got a bunch of horror movies coming out the next month or two, all the way till maybe Christmas. I don't know. We got some good stuff. We got some real bad stuff too. Fright Night 2 is next week. We just did the movie before that was, I think, Reanimator. That was great. The next movie after Fright Night 2, it might be the worst movie we've ever seen. It stars Christopher Lloyd, and it was written by Clive Barker and Stephen King. And holy crap, it's awful. So you guys got to check that out in 2 weeks. Just sub to the channel. You'll get a notification for it. I don't know. Also, yeah, I think I'm only like 40 subs away from the next karaoke party. So share it around. Otherwise, I'll be popping on other places and hanging out, bringing in October, celebrating the spooky season. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Critical. Okay,
Sorry, what's that?
Critical, nothing about. Okay,
Do you have
that's it.
any-
Do you want to plug anything?
I've just got a hell of a
Okay.
delay, man. Hell of a delay.
Yeah, I guess you have.
You're on your
Well,
phone?
I can't wait. So, Rachel, anything you want to plug?
Well, I have something I might be able to plug. Maybe tomorrow be doing a Halloween retrospective on the whole series of Halloween. Maybe. I haven't decided if we're actually going to do it or not. So, fingers crossed. I'm trying to actually get more into streaming because I love it. Now that I've been bullied into doing it more than a few times, I really do enjoy it. So maybe my channel will be something other than just my terrible attempt at getting through Dragon Age.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Anyone else want to plug anything else?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm doing I'm going to start instituting a Toxic Thursday before open bar and just kind of cover some of the usual topics with some of the usual suspects. They got a pretty good response on the last one, so they wanted to see if we could make it a regular thing. So it'll be early enough that I'm not interfering with anybody else, and also I can get my British friends in on it and a few of the Americans that I like to have on there. We'll be doing that. So we'll be talking about some stuff and some things that we're excited for spooky season. And I'll be on Nadia's channel on Friday. We'll be back. I think we're about to wrap it up with Stranger Things season 4. I think we're getting pretty close.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's no Nielsen ratings next week. I've got a load of industry interviews coming up after the 20th, so do keep an eye out on the channel for those. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Thanks to the panelists for coming on. Toxic Inside Man, Rachel
Pleasure.
Percy, do check out her art, Critical, and Stupenzo, and big shout out to Stupenzo for sorting out the artwork for us for the program for Seven Magnificent Egos today. Yeah, so that's all that remains. Thanks again for everyone in the chat, all your comments and stuff. Really appreciate you. Appreciate the subs to the new people that have come on the channel. And yeah, I'm going to catch up with you all again in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time, the next Nielsen ratings will be. There might be something else before then. I think I've got industry interview on Sunday. Sorry, Sunday the 12th. I'll be talking to Toby Watts, who's the actor playing Horse Colts in Seven Magnificent Egos. He might be on with one other member of the cast, but I think, and we've done interviews with everybody else. So until then, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
He's